architectural design, talking about water, seeing the water. I'm on the laptop right now connecting to the Chileans. We've been having a really fun time together. It's been hard, but we've managed. So in the beginning, it was really hard because we didn't really know each other. But then, after a while, as we went to Chile, we got to see them and we spent time together. And that interaction of us getting to know each other and eating together, we bonded. And so now it's so much easier. And we get to understand each other better. Our midterm review, it was really hard because we were here and we had to write the report and our Chilean friends were on the other side. How do we do this together? So we came up with a strategy. Everyone had their report written on the Google Doc, and so we added onto each other's work. And so we had to share photos and we did a lot of Google Hangouts, and that really worked. But in the end, communication is really, really hard, and we learned that the hard way because a lot of the things that the five of us were transferring to each other either didn't show up or duplicated. But you know, in the end, we got a really good report, and it was awesome how we, in the end, communicated as a group. So that was a lesson learned.
I think one of the main difference between Stanford University, for example, and Catholic University, I was really impressed over there because in the campus of Stanford, from Stanford, almost everybody is walking, I think, walking along, eat along, student along, everybody is in silence in the hall. But in Catholic University in Chile is so different. Everybody is walking in a group, in a team, everybody's laughing, everybody's eating a group, everybody is studying in a group. It's really different. For me in Stanford it was so stranger, this situation. Yeah, I don't know if I can I don't know if I can stay in this situation over there. I don't know. So I think in Chile we are really hospitallary. It's like a song. Y verás como quieren en Chile al amigo cuando es forastero.
When it came to looking at the water in Chile, one of the things that I really wanted to go down there, or what we really wanted to look at, was the runoffs. You know, like what did that look like to the Chileans? So we looked at one of the rivers that we looked at was the Mapocho River, and like I said, I was very shocked to see fresh water, how it entered Santiago, and how in the community how it was being treated. So we talked to a man who cleaned the city. His name was David, and it was his job to clean the city. And he just kept walking past trash and kept walking past trash, walking past trash. And I thought it was very ironic to see him walk past so much trash, and it was his job to kind of like pick up the trash, you know. And he kind of said it was hopeless, you know. He said there was young people who do not respect the land, and it was due to a lack of education. The Mapocho River, he said homeless people live in the river, and they sleep down in the river, and they dress, this is their home, you know. And so just to see their home in this way, it was kind of depressing, you know. This is their life, you know. So like I said, this probably does exist in California a lot more than I realized, and I'm only seeing it probably because I came down there with that specific lens in mind of looking at the water. But this stood out dramatically to me. And
okay, so I'm going to tell you a story of Matanzas that was told to us by the mayor of Navidad. This was an old man whose wife was, I'm not sure if it was there or she has left, but he was living alone, and his children were grown and they were in the city, so he decided to sell his land to some tourists, some people from Santiago, and they bought it for some few millions, some little money, or if you consider it, you compare it with some other places. And this guy went to live to Santiago looking for more work opportunities, and in the end he was not successful, and he should return to Matanzas, Navidad, but this time he had no land because he sold it before, and when he came back he ended up working as a worker, as a farm worker of the land that former used to be from him, and now he worked for this Santiaguino that was the new owner of the land. So this is an example of the impact of gentrification can have in these areas where people has no expectations for their life there. They don't foresee any future regarding economical development, or this is still happening also with the children. They study there they're educated with the same system as in the rest of the country, and whenever they finish the school they try to come to Santiago or to leave the area to go to the university. So this has the impact of the population of Navidad getting older and older, and with less labor force, and in the end it's less economical development. So our project is in this framework. This is a story, it's a true story that was told to us. We didn't talk with the person, but it was really sad when we heard it. I still remember it when I heard it.
Our method of work has been collaborative, building ideas over the ideas from other team members. We shared our views and we got interesting insights. We started putting together an overview of the scenario with a concept map. Then we choose specific areas or issues that we found interesting to address. In our case, is the conjunction of environmental and socio-cultural problem. Our concept that focuses on issues around tourism and the community is gentrification, a phenomenon that affects the preservation of the coast and care of the area. We started planning a website as a front end of a development program that will provide jobs for the youth of the community as a backend of the project, who could feed the website with useful and relevant information for foreign tourists. The website will be a window for the community and an instance of promotion and community development.
Okay, so what's your name?
Leonard. Leonard?
Lennon. I'm Marion. We're doing the cross-cultural design class. When did I start with travel?
A couple months a year.
Couple times a year. And do you usually plan it out with like a website or something?
Yes,
Okay. So for each trip?
pretty much, yes.
What type of things do you usually plan? Is it the hotel or?
Yeah, hotels and to see what would be attractive to see over there.
Okay, so sightseeing as well?
Definitely.
Alright, okay. So we have a couple of prototypes to show you, and we wanted to see what you think. So here's one, and this is just as you enter the website, the community center. So we wanted to see what your reaction would be when you see this. What do you think this website would be for? And what would you expect if you clicked on each of these? What would you expect to see?
It looks like kind of informational thing that you'll learn more.
Would you be curious to click on one instead of the other one?
This one looks like it's a little bit too busy
Oh, the
for me.
tourism.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will take me time to figure out what's...
That's too much reading?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
At the first glance, I like it. I think it has all the main information needed to spend a weekend away or a holiday. And I would like to know a bit more about the community. For example, if there is like indigenous people or local traditions that could be seen or visited, for example.
What sort of services or options would you like to have it in the webpage that can help you to arrange some visit?
Where to sleep, or different kind of accommodation. For example, where to eat, and kind of outdoor activities that could be done. And also, I mean, if it's focused in one outdoor activity like surfing or hiking, if there are complementary activities to this main one for the people who accompany or who go with the one doing the main activity, if they don't do it. For example, if I go with friends or a partner who likes surfing but I don't surf, I would like to know if there are other activities that I could be able to do other than just reading a book in a nice environment.
If you had the option to be accompanied by local people to do those activities?
It would be nice. It would be really nice. Also, that people. This is why I asked you for the first place if there were like local communities, and so something you could learn about them, or even if they do some special or particular handicraft that we could see and learn a bit how they do it. And
when we tested 2 prototypes, evidence from 2 maps that we built, we obtained the result that the website for domestic tourists is not really helpful. They rather move through mouth to mouth. So, and we when we consult to the mayor about these prototypes, he told us that in fact there are other more important needs, such as the development of collaboration in the community. Thus, keeping our initial insights, we focused our approach towards the development of an annual event related to belonging to the community, the concept of sustainability and education, and the nautic sports as like surf, kite surfing and windsurfing. Through this way, we think in maybe a party or an event around the community and tourists to allow awareness linked to sustainable development, the belonging of children or kids, and the collaborative work of members of the community.